Hey team, so I just tested the first Nationals online qualifier workout for you all. So at first glance of this workout, depending on your division, you're going to be largely held back by what your 1RM clean and jerk is, and then your strategy is going to be defined by that. So as far as I'm aware, there's no tie break time, so it's just total amount of reps achieved, which means that if, say for example, in the men, 105 is close to your 1RM or 125 is a weight that you've never lifted before, today could be an opportunity for you to PR, because that's the only way you're going to move up that leaderboard. So 125 is a pretty heavy weight for myself. And to put it in perspective, when I was warming up, I missed 125 in the warm-up and decided I would just get it in the workout once I'd had a bit better of a warm-up. So yes, I did start the session by just going through all your normal mobility and prehab and activation work, get your glutes firing and your shoulders nice and stable for those jerks, and then warm up to the weight that you think you're going to be getting to in the workout. So for me, that was 125. The time caps that they've got for each of the rounds are actually quite generous. I got through, I think, the first 2 rounds in a bit under 4-ish minutes, and I wasn't trying to kill myself getting there. And then the second one, the rounds 3 and 4, once I got into the rounds of 85 and 105, I intentionally slowed down a little bit so that I could save myself for that last weight. Because as I said, your score is dictated by your ability to get any of those reps at that weight. So when it comes to the burpees, I actually quite like the standard because it slows the burpees down and actually takes the fast burpees out a little bit. I did start to feel my shoulders fatigue in a slightly different way to normal, but they, as I say, they're a very irrelevant part of this workout because you're going to be largely dictated by your ability at that weight. So tricks and tips for this workout to save time for the men, and won't actually make a difference for the ladies, but I did put my 2.5 kg plates on the inside of the bar, so I didn't have to take them on and off every time. May not sound like a lot, but if you save 10 seconds or 15 seconds over the entire workout, that could be the difference between one extra lift at the end of that workout. So that's only really applicable for the men and for not even for the scaled ladies. And then other than that, yeah, it's just trying to find a nice steady pace, moving methodical, being sure of every rep. So when you're at that top end, you do not want to be missing any lifts. So you want to be, if you need to take that extra couple seconds to be sure that you're going to get that lift, take that extra couple seconds, because you do not want to be repeating any jerks particularly. So if you make that clean, you want to be 100% sure that you're going to be making that jerk. I power clean and jerks the whole way through. For those of you who know you don't have any chance of power cleaning that weight, then what you're going to want to do probably about halfway through is start adding in maybe the last rep of each round, chuck in a squat clean and jerk, so that you're warming up your legs and you're priming your movement pattern to be ready for that heavy weight. You don't want to get right to that last weight and then try to squat clean and jerk it if you've been power clean and jerking the whole way through. So for example, when you're in your last round of 85s or 50 for the ladies, you might want to just chuck in 1 rep of a squat clean and jerk, get the movement pattern going. Same thing when you get into that next round, maybe just 1 or 2 squat cleans in there just to build that movement pattern, get your legs feeling that weight, because that jump to 125 or 125 for men and 80s for ladies is a big jump for pretty much anybody. In saying that, if that jump is incredibly scary for you and you've got time, there's nothing stopping you from chucking on an incremental weight between it. It won't obviously be counted in your score, but for men you might want to go 105, 115 just to get that warm-up lift, get the feel for the weight, and then have your hit at 125. Same thing for the ladies, you might want to go 65 up to something like 70 or 75 just to get a feel for that weight before you hit that big one, because there's going to be a big clog in the leaderboard of depending on how many people get those lifts at that top end. So if you get one more lift in that leaderboard, that's going to bump you up that leaderboard quite significantly for most people. Good luck.